Welcome Twitch viewers, this is ZD and we got Pagani, the winner of second place from DIV3. Pagani, say hi to everyone. As you can see, we've got the DIV1 boys, wheel-to-wheel action with the best of the best, the guys who are top #1 in the wheel-to-wheel league. We be expecting some really fast paces around the 2.02. Pagani, give us a bit of download about Bathurst. At the moment, the viewing is doing a quick one lap and just having a bit of fun. Shake off a bit of cobwebs at the moment. And this is like every wheel-to-wheel round. We usually go into a 5-minute practice, then correction, 5-minute qualifying, straight into the real thing. Usually have 2 races each round. This is enduro race because it's the last one, and because we're Aussies, we have to do it at Bathurst, of course. So as we go around, at the moment, as you can see, the boys just going around doing a one lap, seeing who's boss around here. The guys to look out for. Who do you reckon? Who are you looking? Who do you think's got who's got the pace at Div1? Pagani? Yeah, I gotta admit, I seriously wonder what they're gonna be doing, because I know in our Div, so Div3, Div4, we're doing between 8 and 7 laps this. I don't know what the Div1 guys are. I know they can keep on it, and I've heard some of these Div1s doing a 202 for 7 laps continuously, so that was way faster than my fastest lap. And I think we're just going to go straight into qualifying after this one. I think it's just a one lap by the host Interskull. Usually we change through who's hosting each one, but I think Interskull wanted a bit of a race. We got Speedy, he's another one to look at for this evening. Also, another one that I think is a little hot favourite is a Mountain Goat. Now Mountain, we just got Mountain online, so Mountain, say g'day to all the viewers out there. Mountain, you there?
Yes.
Oh, Mountain Goat, welcome. Say g'day to the Twitch viewers out there. How are you feeling about doing 43 laps around Bathurst?
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, tyre fuel and and a lot of endurance will have to come into this race.
I gotta admit, looking at Mountain Goat's stats, he's pretty impressive with 104 poles and 90 wins. Especially one day one thing about things to watch out for Goat, he loves beating 5 moves. So what's your chances against 5 moves today, Goaty?
Oh yeah, I won't hold back when there's an opportunity to throw it down the inside of 5 moves.
Also, a good little side note about Mountain Goat, he's actually one of our youngest racers in the wheel-to-wheel division. Right up there with the fastest of the guys who are who have a lot more experience with this game. Easily half their age, I could say, for Mountain Goat, and he's obviously bringing the competition right up there with them. We're nothing but the best for Mountain Goat. He's a great racer, even a great teacher for us, teaching some of the guys in the lower divisions. I think he even taught you, ZD, a couple of pointers on one of the tracks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely. He's I've got to admit, Mountain Goat is one of the guys who's taught me on every track. So I've been raced 3 races so far. Interlagos. Sorry, not Interlagos. It was what was it? Can't remember. Jeez, it was
Dragon
Laguna.
Trail Gardens?
Yes, that's a Dragon Trail.
That's the one, yep.
Dragon Trail, Laguna, and then of course Bathurst. And I got to admit, I've improved out of sight every time. So yeah, like that's the best thing about Will to Will. It's a big community. We're all here to get faster. So you know, the guys, we're all good mates. You know, even though we haven't seen each other physically, but we're all good mates. We all talk, and we're all here just to learn to get a bit faster. As we can see, Mountain Goat is running the Supra with the very Castrol Edge livery. I do like it, Mountain Goat. Did you make it yourself, or did you get someone else to sort it out?
Yes, it is. Just don't look at the decals too closely.
Hey, Goat. I was about to say, it looks a bit crooked, or is that because you just love putting this thing sideways around Bathurst?
Maybe a bit of both.
I thought so, Grady. I thought so.
Shall we say we're ready for the race now?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I'll just tell everyone that we are rocking and rolling, and
too easy.
Easy does it. Grady, well, thank you so much. I'll get you during the race. So I'll probably get you about mid-race. So click on the indicators when you want us to talk to you, and I'll cut back to you, Grady.
Okay, no problem. See you, mate.
Ciao.
All the best, mate.
There you go, that is Mountain Goat, one of the youngest guys in the Will to Will Will to Will league, and yes, he is very talented for a 14-year-old that loves to play piano.
Ooh, did not know about that. Goes with his feet and his fingers.
Yeah, that's true. Bit of a freak all the way around, that little young guy. But hey, give us a rundown about Bathurst. What is your favourite part about Bathurst there, Garni?
Easy the dipper, 100%. It's a shame that GT Sport is unable to register that cutting isn't a penalty shortcut. Yep. But thankfully the admins of Will to Will have disabled the shortcuts. So it's easily really fun to go down for the dipper there. Obviously, you can easily get the car up on two wheels on the left side. But easily my most favourite part, a make or break part of the track in some cases.
Yep, I completely agree. Now, what do you think with this coming up to qualifying? What do you think is the strategy here? I know in our division, some people ran the front wheel and 3 laps in, and I know with me, I just did a one track bandit. What do you think with these DIV1 guys? What do you think, especially with the traffic? What do you think is the best strategy for qualifying, going 5 minutes long?
Hard to do. I was seeing Goaty just completely eat his car across down Conrod. It's a very hard decision because in our division, although most of us could actually do, say, around the maximum amount of laps we could do for each stint. For example, I was able to do 8 or 9 laps at full pace. I didn't actually do 8 or 9 laps. I think I did more around 5 or 6, maybe 7. Because it's all more about keeping within a good gap between the driver in front of you. Because you want to try and be in that situation for as long as possible.
As we've got the guys going out, we've got DIV1 and the Piper. They did rotate into Lagos. I think DIV1 had a bit of a stuff up mid-pack in both races into Lagos at Laguna Seca, and Piper's probably want to do some catch-up. Piper is towards the pointy end of DIV1. So there are 2 guys around. As you can see, DIV1 has the Penrite, I believe is the Penrite livery on board at the moment.
Yeah, that's Penrite livery 14 Lexus.
Yes, nice, very nice. Penrite is, as you can see, we're all running a very unique liveries. This is one of because it's the final round, we get to run our own personal liveries. I know that I was running the old school VL HRT livery. What were you running for, Gunny?
I was running a I've completely forgot now. I ran a custom retro livery, the number 15 or number 18 Irwin livery from one of the V8 supercars on the retro round. I ran around Sandown 500. Yep. Obviously with a bit of a touch, changed up the number to number 5 for my door number, and a couple of sponsors on the back were changed. Again, completed by Hammy to the bone. He's done a wonderful job with not only that livery but all the team's liveries. They've done a fabulous job with making that livery look absolutely outstanding and making it stand out on the track. But also shout out to all the other livery designers for each team. They've all done an absolutely amazing job of making their cars look very unique in their own ways. And even the team owners.
Yeah,
big shout out to them.
Big shout out to him. Alright, I think with Piper and the Evil One are just going to go. I think they're going to start the qualifying line. So watch out, guys. We'll be looking for about a 201. Low 201 will probably take qualifying, especially with this heavy fuel load. As we come through Hell Code, we've got Piper and Evil One. Evil One's going to get that slipstream coming up through Mountain Pass. As we can see, as both of them approaches Griffiths, they're absolutely banging up there. Even one does have that draft, so he has to brake a little bit early. As you can see, they just passed that driveway, but that's the braking point up there. As they come up through Griffiths Bend, come up through this blind left-hander turn 3 and straight into the cutting. Keep it nice, keep it wide, bang in, and then brake late. As they come up through the cutting, go into Portage Coin and Reed Park. This is probably one of the... If you get this right, you make seconds. It's about hugging those corners and just hoping that you just judge it to line right. As they're coming through Reed Park, goes over Frog Colors into the Skyline or Brock Skyline just recently.
Evil One running a bit very wide for Evil.
Pipeline is coming down into this. It's very smooth.
And Evil spun it.
Well, Evil spun it, but Piper is making a fly. He's absolutely nailing it. Coming in past the dipper, down into Forest Elbow. Nice, smooth, and good exit. A bit late on the throttle compared to the other guys, but that was a smooth run right through. As he's approaching, he might actually. Do you think he's going to go for a two qualifying lap strategy there, Yanni?
He can do 2 hot laps. Whether the next lap after this one will be quicker is a big question, because obviously we've got a bit more tyre wear compared to this current lap. But maybe he can make up for that in some of the mistakes he made. If he made any mistakes in this lap, maybe he can make up for that in the next one. Maybe balance it out, or even improve on this lap if need be. But I think as he's crossing the line now, coming out of Murray's corner, he's going to come across the line. What time is he going to set? A 2:02.5.
I don't think that's fast enough for pole position, to be honest. I think we got something. Yeah, definitely for DIV1. I think, guys, to look at pure axle.
Pure axle, here we go across the line. 2 minute 0.8.
Right.
Then the scooter with a 2 minute 2.1. We've got codes.
The guys are banging in. There is another.
Let's check on the goat.
What did Goat do?
Goat did a 206.5, so he's obviously had a problem. He's obviously going to try and improve on that.
I think the problem is the traffic. There is traffic there. You have your deco.
100% too much traffic. There's also a good and bad thing being involved in the car in front of you. You obviously do have that shifting, which is a great benefit. But the massive, the con to being behind someone is the amount of dirty air that you get. And coming through into Skyline, you're going to get a lot of dirty air.
Oh, that's a good move by Deco, letting go 3, even though he made a mistake. That's what we like to see in DIV1, guys. If someone makes a mistake, give him room, especially in qualifying, because that can make and break a race. So I think the mountain goat, might be the guy to look at, because he just got released from Deco. As we go through some of the timing, some of the standouts, so you got pure axle at 2 minute 0.884. Absolutely outstanding. That's something I haven't seen DIV1 guys do, especially in the qualifying. The Deco's on the 2:00.9 seconds. Then you go into Crows on 2:01.2, and then you start dropping off the times where you got Scooter 82, a 2 minute 02, and you come right through to this to a 2:06 with Mountain Goat, where I think it's plenty of mistakes. As we look at the live data here,
201.6 from Footner. That's putting up into, I think, 5th position, I think.
Footner's into 4th with that one.
That's a solid time, obviously quicker than any of the Division 3 boys. The quickest time we got was a 2:02.9.
Exactly. That's the difference. That's the difference in skill that we have between all the divisions right here. As you can see, we're doing a 2:03. These guys are doing 2 minutes flat, which is absolutely outstanding. As we come
also, guys who are watching the stream, be sure to ask us some questions. We're approaching the beginning of season 5 in the next few weeks. Ask us any questions you feel want to get answered. What manufacturers we got planned, or whether we're interested in being a team owner, or who do we think you'll be an outlier within the race, be sure to ask either me or ZD any of those questions, and we will be most likely be able to answer them.
I believe both myself and Begani are looking at the chat, so please chat away. Even those guys in the other divs, please chat away. Tell us how you're going. So as we got, who do we have on pole again? We got Pure Axel on pole with Deco in second place. Code, Mountain Goat, Freak GDR is a guy to look at. We got Fire Moves, Footnar, Scooter Raider 88. I think Goat will be happy. Giving Fire Moves the flick and qualifying third. As we're in for a pace start. Oh, good start by Goat, but it seems like pretty even. I think Pure Axel's got into turn one, especially taking that inside line. As we come through, looks pretty clean racing, what you expect from Team DIV1 guys. I know with DIV4 it was pretty messy for that first corner. As we come up, Pure Axel in the lead, just coming off nicely, very from the line. We've got Deco, we've got Codes, and we got Goat. He moves up forward, Codes a bit wide there, Goat looking on the inside. I don't know, and you got Fire Moves right there hustling everyone. This is gonna be close, but hopefully a clean race. As we got Goat looks at, doesn't want to pull out the move, that's Griffith's elbow.
Well, Deco running a bit wide there coming out of the cutting.
And that's all it takes. One little mistake and you just drop places from third to sixth. That's all it takes. Sorry, third to fifth. That's all it takes. A little mistake and that's it. You'll lose that little time, especially with these guys. Codes looks like he can't hold on. Looks like Pure Axel is actually putting a bit of a gap on these guys. Another mistake by Codes. Goat gave him a little bit of touch down into the S's, but I think fair bump. Look, he's a bit loose. That Aston is very fast down Conrod Straight. I'll be surprised if the Supra can pull through it, but again, we've got that slipstream. As Codes takes Goat takes a very shallow line through Forrest's elbow. As he hits Conrod Straight, this is probably we're going to see a lot of slipstreaming. With Goat having the Pure Axel, I think Pure Axel's doing fuel saving, looking at Codes. Well, that Aston has amazing power down the front straight.
Code's going to think of making a move coming into the end of Conrod. Coming to the chase now. He did think of making a move, he was on the outside, he obviously just backed out. Not an ideal place to make a move, coming to Murray's corner here. He's gone on the outside now. He's going to make that move stick and put himself up into first place.
That Aston has so much power. With the BOP, it has to be detuned to 572 horsepower, but it has a lot more weight. It actually carries about 113% of its weight, as it makes him mistakes onto the glass, but I think he's got enough room and going to move on Pure Axel. Is Pure Axel saving? This is unlike him dropping him back so early. It could be fuel saving, I don't know at the moment. With everyone dancing and moving, Pure Axel's under pressure by Deco, and Fire Moves I think has made the move on the outside.
Let's move further down to the back of the pack. Let's see what else we can get further down there. We've got Scooter up in 8th position here, trailing behind Footnar. Scooter's thinking of being one of the team owners for the next season. I wouldn't be surprised if he picks the Porsche again. He's obviously very talented with that Porsche. One of the standouts, if technically on paper, one of the quicker drivers in the World Tour League.
Don't tell me he's going to pick the Porsche. That Porsche was an absolute animal driving around here. Rear man to drive, especially coming down through the S's, it was so hard to control. Losing time left, right, and centre, trying just to keep up with the guys. It was just absolutely horrendous. But how was driving the Lexus there, Gani, around here?
The Lexus wasn't actually too bad of a car. Actually, what's the thing about the Lexus? Let's try and find the Lexus up on the grid. We can talk about the Lexus.
Who got the Lexus in DIV1? No one?
No, I think we've got CCH.
CCH
somewhere here.
Representing
Evil one, there we go.
E1.
Yeah, so the Lexus wasn't too bad of a car. It does suffer from a bit of understeer coming into the corner. That obviously does put a bit of wear on the tyres, and for some weird reason, myself and
was running a bit wide there, letting E1 and Speedy go through. Sorry to cut you in there, Bugatti.
Obviously, me and CCH we're found to believe that since this new GT Sport update, they've changed around with the tyre wear and all that with the Group 4 and Group 3 cars, that the Lexus does feel a little bit weird. It does like now a little bit of brake bias towards the front, but in doing that you do actually sacrifice some front tyre wear, which coming through the top and down the mountain in between those corners, you want as much front end grip as possible to try and make the car grip up and turn in as efficiently as possible.
Oh, definitely. It's going through. As you know, guys, with rules we're waiting, we run balance of power. The balance of power is pretty much trying to put everyone in an even state as we watch everyone just making a mistake coming up. I think that's good for this. Jeez. That was the cutting, sorry, my bad. So as I was saying, we run balance of power, so it's all based on skills based on the algorithm that GT Sport does for us. So he's going through some of the power figures. The Aston Martin, that V12 has a 585 horsepower, one of the most powerful one in the back, next to that GTR. That GTR has 611 horsepower. But both of them carrying a lot more weight compared to the rest of the pack. I'm actually quite surprised on how much power the Porsche has, coming in dead last at 537 horsepower. So I'm wondering why I couldn't catch you on those straights there, John.
The Lexus isn't the first word you think of when you think the Lexus is not top speed. The Lexus is more of an all-round car. It's a very good all-rounder. It's one of those cars where if you're picking for the manufacturers, you don't really know which car to go for. You just pick the Lexus.
Has it got
It's a pretty good all-rounder.
Deep under the brakes. Not making really. What the speed? He's made a mistake. Allowing. He's come up with allowing.
Deco spun it. Coming to Murray's corner.
Oh no. So we've got Deco spun it, and then we've got Speedy, who was in 11th place, has now dropped into the deadline. And Pamman made a mistake, allowing Deco made a mistake, allowing Pamman and the even one to go through. There's a lot of action at the back.
Let's see if we can get a replay of what happened to Speedy. Yep, just got it. I had a bit of a moment coming into Murray's corner. I've caught a bit of the aftermath. Just
dropped. I'm guessing just did a simple mistake, broke late, and just dropped onto the grass out wide.
Most likely. Once again, this league we don't race with any traction control, so one little stuff up is actually can cost you significantly. I binned it coming into the second corner. Doing that, I caught the curb and ended up spinning it, and I would like to believe that cost me the race, but Hippo in the GTR is just too quick of a car. That car has just so much pace around this track.
Just looking at the time of the light timing out here, you got GTR Freak that does purple section second one. However, the Freaks looking across the board, the top four pretty much running sector 2 in the 42 seconds between who's running the best. Pure Axle's got the best time in sector 2 with 42.1 right through to Codes. We've got a 42.77, so it's a bit slow for another pack, but I believe with the very hassling him, I think he's bringing a little bit under pressure. Whilst we don't have much green sectors, again, GTR Freak does another pink sector, another green sector. The purple sector in sector 1, the green sector in sector 2, with 31.1, which is the fastest one for this lap.
Looking at deliveries, ZD, which one would you say looks the best? Which one stands out for you?
Best. Well, that is a hard take. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a Honda boy, so no one did a Honda livery, so I'm a bit disappointed. However, one I do like Pure Axe one. That is a vintage 911. It's the Apple convo. When the Porsche was sponsored by Apple. So I do love Pure Axle one, and I do love this Spy Moves one as well. That's probably the two of my favourite ones from DIV1.
I would probably say, going through the grid, I actually kind of like Footnar's livery. Footnar, yes. Which one is that one from? Is that a? I want to say the Rothmans one, but
let's see if we can
it looks like the Rothmans livery, but a bit of a twitch up to it. Obviously, he's changed the Rothmans one for the track racer logo.
Yes, definitely. I think you are right. I think it is a Rockman's one. Good pick. As it just comes a little bit squish around the S's, that S is so tricky. Even with the front engine rear drive car, that you have to get that. You have to trail brake right through the X's, not scrubbing up too much speed, especially coming down. As the foot is a little bit loose, is it very but that dirty air scrubs off that downforce on the front wheels, and that's probably why it's skating into out.
When do you think these guys will start coming into the pits? Obviously for the DIV3 guys, Hippo came in, I think end of lap 6 with the GTR, and then I came in end of lap 7.
I do not know. To be honest, I think some of these guys were talking about doing a 9 lap stint, because these guys are constantly...
Oh, there you go, someone just came in now. Who was that? Oh, Fine Moves?
Fine Moves is diving in lap 6. I wonder if he's doing 6s right through. Fine Moves and Goat. Both of them, as you can see, very easy on fuel. Like just less than half a tank coming in and out. I don't know what the strategy is. They might be just dumping some tires and getting out there again. Did
That's actually quite odd. That's earlier than what we pitted.
Did Fine Moves jump to Goat?
I think he did. I think so.
Okay, I wonder what. That is an interesting strategy. I think Goat went with the full tank, whilst
Fine Moves didn't fill the whole tank up. Possibly.
Possible. I think Fine Moves went in only for wheels. He is about half tank at the moment with Goat taking on did take on fuel, took it about 60%. So I think with Goat and knowing how much practice is up to, I think Goat might be doing a 6 to 7 lap strategy in DIV1, which is interesting, seeing some of these guys who can run very long. But again, you save so much fuel in that draft. That draft is going to be is probably one of the best things, especially if you can keep your speed and keep the traction of these cars around Bathurst. It's going to save you in and out. So if you can just save your tyres, keep some of the trips slipstream, you will just stay with the person in front, and then you can probably gain maybe 1 or 2 laps.
That'll be interesting to see. We've got some bit of a bunch coming out of Forest Elbow. We've got DIV1, Deco, we've got Enter, then we've got Speedy. Bit of a trail there. Then we've got Pan Mac, DNA, and then Scooter. A bit of a punch there.
Oh, a bit of punch where? Oh. Well, Spiders is trying to make a move down into the chase over Piper. Piper's into the pits. GTR
well, yellow flag. Has someone gone to the pits or?
Yep, went into the pits. Remember that pit entry?
No, I think Coach has softened up the pit entry. I believe so.
That is unlucky. That pit entry is so tight.
Yeah, he did. He ran wide, spun it. He went wide on the sand, spun it, and then done a full 360 into the pit entry. That's going to cost him severely, probably a couple of seconds there, which in Division 1 is absolutely not needed.
As I said at the beginning of the broadcast, any little mistake, each guy will capitalize. And a simple mistake of just coming in, braking late, catching that sand trap, race pretty much going from wherever from fourth where he was straight to dead last. That is unlucky. I feel sorry for him. But at this in Div 1, we expect perfection, and these guys are and anything less than perfection, you start losing position.
Whenever, as you guys said before, we got the GOAT who said he was going to keep Fine Moves behind him, and as of right now, he's doing that pretty well. I even believe that Fine Moves jumped him in the pits.
And GOAT just did a purple for sector 2, so he's on the fastest lap at the moment. So we'll just keep with these guys. GOAT and Fine Moves are really good mates, even though they're worlds apart in ages. There's a lot of love and hate between these boys. I know when we do Corrosion Cup on Fridays, these boys are at each other's throat. I think GOAT calls Fire Moves bad moves because of the amount of time he actually punted him off the track. But as we see again, GOAT does another fast second, 0.4 up of the fastest lap. This is going to be one quick one. We're probably going to see the first 2 minute flat, potentially if he doesn't stuff up, the last corner. As you come in, brakes hard, just brakes with just bit past that 100 and full on throttle. As we're coming up through the main straight, will he get the 2 minutes? There we go, guys. 2-minute point 656 fastest lap for the GOAT.
Remember that the GOAT is one of the youngest drivers, actually the youngest driver in our wheel-to-wheel league at the age of 14. Easily half the age of some of the drivers here, and you're able to keep up, not only keep up but also outpace some of the drivers here. Is absolutely outstanding for a kid of his age. Obviously there's going to be a lot of high hopes for him in the future, in real life and in virtual racing. The kid's just absolutely outstanding with his work and his talent to keep the cars under control and keep setting those absolutely wonderful pace times. And even in an endurance race such as this, to keep the tyre wear and fuel consumption down to an absolute minimum.
Oh, okay. We're going to be jumping up to first place. We've got Pure Axel's got a 2-second lead over the battle over GOAT and Fine Moose. Pure Axel is renowned for 2 things. He did 1, fuel saving and tyre wear. He's probably one of the smoothest drivers in DIV1 and is ranked first in DIV1. So that is the Pure plus, and it just comes out through the S is a bit sideways, but Pure Axel putting on a show. He's definitely one to watch towards the end, but as you can see, Fine Moves and GOAT are fighting over it, and I just don't understand because I don't know if it's an age difference or Fine Moves actually got his nickname from playing basketball. His mate gave him that name during basketball, and then he just kept it. He's not just Fine Moves on the race track, it's Fine Moves on the basketball court as well.
Let's look through the back of the pack here. We've got DNA and PRT codes, 2 privateer team Aston Martins. They've got their work together, giving each other a bit of a bum draft. Down Conrod Straight. Obviously that's actually very helpful for either of them, well actually both of them actually. We have Pure Axel coming to the pits to do his first pit stop.
Giving GOAT and Fine Moves that clean air. Just looking at these 2 battles, you know, they're out for sheep stations. I think Fine Moves is just keeping Mountain GOAT because they're on really good pace running. I'm laughing in the 201s at the moment. Low 201s with Fine Moves setting a purple section for sector 1. He's right up the arse of the GOAT there. He's got nowhere to go. That Supra is. Rose has left the room.
I wonder what's happened there.
Not
see if we can find something.
Yeah, he
was around DNA. No, I can't catch anything of it. Very interesting. I would like to find out what happened there.
Rose, if you're out there, if you're streaming after you cool down, please tell us what happened. We're rooting for you. I know you had a few mistakes in the early part of this race, but yeah, I'd love to hear why you left. As we come down, Fine Moves is putting the pressure on GOAT. But I think Fine Moves has to come in this lap. Just looking at his fuel strategy at the moment, he has to come in. Just showing you, once you burn off that fuel load, you are a rocket in DIV1. Fine Moves is using GOAT and some more, especially in staying in that slipstream. But I think he'll have to come in to get some fuel on this lap.
Most likely, of course. Obviously, you need fuel to win the race. But you can see here, I think Fine Moves is leaning out. The car will be coming down Conrod. He's obviously pulling away. Matthew is obviously pulling away from him. Oh, he's going to juke him out.
Oh,
he's cheeky, Goaty. That Mountain Goat. He's the cheeky little lad.
Well, I'm surprised they actually allowed him to slipstream into the pits. Great. I don't think it's a smart strategy, mate. But if you want to do that, mate, it's all yours. They've got Fine Moves in the pits. Allowing GTR putting them to come through. Pure Axel speeds also into the pits. From second, Fine Moves just pulls out GTR Freak pulls out in front of Fine Moves, so Fine Moves is in third place. Footnard was running what's the last one here? Murray's going onto the straight, that's why I thought Footnard got in front of Fine Moves, but looks like I was wrong and Fine Moves got in front out front Footnard.
we've got 5 moves. He's come out 12.5 seconds behind Mountain Goat. If from memory, I think a pit stop is around 14 seconds. So if Goat is just going to do exactly the same fields the pit stop as 5 moves, he's going to need to put the hammer down a little bit, just get a second or two out more out of 5 moves, just to try and sustain that first place position.
Well, I don't know. It could be the undercut strategy. We know that these guys love the undercut strategy because just the pure speed that they get around that Bathurst. So I think 5 moves might be doing on the go, but again, you are right. That is about 14 seconds, including fuel. That's for the Porsche. That was about 7 laps of fuel, about 14 to 16 seconds. So let's see how Goat can stretch this out. But I don't know. It looks like he's flashing red. Is he going to put his pits? Yeah, I think Goat's... Oh no, Goat's gone for... Well, nah. Tricks me on Goat. I think that's how cheeky the Goat is. It even tricks the commentator. Even I thought it was going to go around for one more lap, but pulls into the pits. With GTR Freak coming through, not... With half tank lane coming through, taking first place. And 5 is doing the undercut on the Goat and coming through.
As he gonna whiz? Goat's come out behind 5 moves.
5 moves. I think the race is that Goat will not like that. Coming behind 5 moves, Goat is going to be an angry Goat. I can guarantee you, we're going to be seeing that Supra parked right beside the Mitsubishi very shortly. I'm trying to look at the power differential difference for the for that Supra and the Evo back moment. I believe that the Supra has a lot more power, but it's also weighted down because of the balance power that through the GT algorithm. Have you driven any of these cars before, Bugatti?
Around Bathurst, surprisingly, my go-to car is actually the Jaguar around here for some reason. The Aston Martin is actually not too bad of a car, but I tend to race with traction control on. So, with that being said, coming into the beginning of this season with traction control being turned off, it does sort of hinder what cars you really want to go for. The Aston, I wouldn't have mind picking Aston. As of now, I wouldn't mind picking it. I've definitely grown to be a slightly better driver with no traction control. But back then, beginning of the season, I definitely was very unfamiliar with driving without traction control, and I wasn't too familiar with Aston Martin. I was more familiar with the Lexus. Yep. That's why I went for Team Lexus. The Supra again is another quick car around here. A bit of a hard one to control in the corners, but it has a lot of top end power. The Mitsubishi as well is an all-round car. I think it's more biased towards cornering of capabilities than straight line speed.
As Goat looks at the inside of 5 moves, I think he's going to take. Oh, that's a bit of a bump. 5 moves using a bit, but using the slipstream, I think he's going to do the overcut. Using Goat's slipstream, goes to the racing line. Has he got it? He was faking. It looks like he was faking. 5 moves pushing Goat all the way up mountain straight. As it comes in heavy braking, Goat just slightly out brakes 5 moves and just getting a little bit of creep as it comes up. As it comes up through, they start beginning to climb up the mountain. As we go
if we were to go through each car, what would you say is your most disliked car? In terms of
the Porsche.
The Porsche?
I'm going to put that there.
No hesitation at all, especially considering you driving that car today. I would probably say the Porsche as well. Very hard car to handle. The fact the MR layout, it just makes it an absolute handful.
Definitely. I have to 100%. With being a newbie, especially a noob to the wheel-to-wheel competition, jumping into the Porsche for your first season for the last 3 races of this season, probably wasn't my biggest mistake. I'm no freak what Scooter 82 is. He's an absolute freak with that Porsche. And another shout out to Smurf. He's another magician behind controlling the Porsche. They tried to give me tips over and over again, but I just cannot replicate how to just get a handle of that Porsche. So, Scooter, you're the man, especially coming in 8th place at the moment. And again, to Scooter, if you're out there and you're listening or you're watching, yes, you know how much I admire your Porsche handling skills. What is your second worst car that you think driving around, especially around Bathurst, with the undulations and that, especially come down through the S's? What do you got?
Within the W2W league, we've got the set of manufacturers to pick from. If you want the Porsche, I would probably say the Mitsubishi.
Deco, DNA and Scooter. Deco comes up, stuffs up the pit entry, screws up the races for DNA and Scooter. That is something you can get that on replay there.
Yeah, right on Deco. Yeah.
As they're coming in through absolutely messy pit entry right there. As we come up, we have Deco, Piper, DNA all into the pits at the moment.
Yeah, I was saying I'd probably say the Mitsubishi only because I don't really have that much practice with it. I think looking at the odometer, I think I only have around 30 kilometers on the clock with that thing. Never really used that car. I think I've only used it once when I had to. But I think obviously with some more practice with that Mitsubishi, it probably is a better car. I'm just looking to enter now in the Supra at the HKS livery Supra. Coming a little bit sideways, coming out of the cutting. He's tucked in right behind DIV1 in the Lexus and then Fulton in the FT1. Out of the Supra and the FT1, which one would you say looks the best?
I've got to admit, they both look like ugly cars. But I got to admit, I do like the Supra a little bit. I think it's a little bit more cleaner, and for me, it's a little bit more realistic of a car, what a race car should look like.
Yeah, 100%.
How about yourself? Yeah, definitely the Supra.
Weirdly enough, I'd actually take the FT1. I actually kind of like the way the FT1 looks. It's a more Supra shaped design. The long wheelbase and the low roof.
So just give you an update. Fire Moves and GTR Freak, who was in the lead, have pitted, and Rapigo just does the fastest lap in that last lap, pulling a 2-minute 0.615. That is a 0.05 improvement from the last fast lap that Rapigo did before. He's absolutely motoring around Bathurst. He's definitely one to watch towards the end of this race. As we've got Pure Axel coming in second place at the moment. Looks like he's potentially on the same strategy as the GOAT. Coming through in second place, about 8 seconds behind the GOAT. And we're coming up with GTR Freak and Fire Moves who just pitted on that last lap. As we go down to Putna pitted on the lap before with DIV1 and Speedy tyres. I haven't actually seen much of Speedy. He's had a pretty quiet lap, 30 seconds behind the leaders. But looks like he pitted early. He's got about he's good on tyres. He's got plenty of fuel to burn. You'll be seeing him coming in probably around lap 20, I reckon, with Speedy tyres. As we go through Panman will be coming in the next 3 to 4 laps, looking at his fuel burning. Down into Deco, who I think just pitted. He's got a full tank of fuel and he's got plenty of rubber to burn. As we have a look coming top of the mountain, as he pulls a move around Panman, almost Shane Van Gisman like. Great overtake, especially Panman pulling out wide and hitting the barriers and storming down, opening the opportunity for DNA to make a route. I think the tyres on Panman's asset is just not keeping up with the pressure set that DNA and Deco has as well. As we're coming into Forest Elbow, coming clean one for DNA. He'll definitely get he'll use Panman down this Commonwealth Straight, and I believe he'll probably make a move at the chase. What do you reckon, Bugatti?
If he has the slipstream, yeah, possibly. Also, they're both from the same manufacturer. They could probably see it as a team order. No, Dino's going to back out here.
Dino backed out with
he's not going to put him under pressure.
With Padman going slightly defensive, not taking the racing line as being midway, just to give DNA no room to overtake.
Let's look back at NT here, who's in the HKN Supra. He's not doing too bad. I'm actually a bit surprised with his pace at the moment. It's not as what I was expecting from him. I usually expect him to be a pretty quick driver, especially with the endurance racing, and in the Supra as well. He's actually pretty quick in the Supra. Let's have a look at Piper, who is just coming around Hill's corner now. It's odd to see because in the last round, Piper had a bit of a moment. I think crossing the line on the Yamagawa Raceway, which cost him a few positions. But obviously, he's back down here, and I think he was one of the guys who qualified on the top end of the grid. That's pretty odd to see him down here.
That's correct. I think he took out. I believe he took out the Mugabe. What was that race course again?
Yamagawa.
Mugabe. That one. He did take out the race win. Race 1, DIV1. So it's actually to see him Stone Cold last. I probably had a mistake that we did miss coming through this one. But as we just go through, Goat is on fire at the moment. With 9-second gap in front of GTR Freak, with 5 minutes 2 seconds back from the GTR Freak. Going to Pure Axles, 8 seconds behind Fire Moves. Footnar is 4 minutes behind Pure Axles. Speedy's 5 seconds behind. 5 seconds behind with Deco's 3 seconds behind that. And when we got Deco, Padman all 3 seconds within each other, and you got DNA up the arse of Padman right now. And I believe Fire Moves as Goat has gone to the pits, giving GTR Freak and Fire Moves coming through. Let's go through.
Nearly a 5-second gap on GTR Freak, who's currently leading the race. I honestly do think the Goat does have it to take the win. The GTR Freak is also a very quick driver. He's, I think, one of the quickest in the FIA, especially with the GTR. You can tell by his name, he absolutely adores that thing. He is the maestro of the GTR within the Wheel-to-Wheel League.
I've seen him. I've seen some of his videos, and he is an absolute freak. And you can see from his time, he's just done that last lap. He did do the fastest lap at 2:00.003. Which is phenomenal, especially this time. As we've got another purple section in sector 2 as he comes down through the S's into the dipper. A bit loose of it's coming across the mountain, but he absolutely nails the S's in the dipper as we come through Forest Arrow. Come in nice and tight, good early on the throttle and down Conroe Crate. I'm expecting another low 2 minute, potentially the first person to break that 2 minute mark. That'll be something to see. As he just climbs through the grease, getting a bit of a breather, I can guarantee he's thinking about that braking point. As it comes up with nearly a 0.1 second into the purple sector, as he comes and brakes hard just past that 150 meter mark. As he pulls it up, goes through the chase, lining up for Murray's corner. I really want to see a low 2 minute, maybe 2:1. I mean, a 2 minute 0.2 or 2:01. Let's see. As he comes up the main straight, as he crosses the line, he's done up. Oh, unfortunate. Bit around Murray's corner, he was a bit hesitant on some brakes, especially around the chase. I think he lost his time right there.
We've got someone who's really at the back of the pack. Who's that? Someone who's really... Pan Mac, I think he's run out of fuel.
Yes, Pan Mac has run out of fuel.
That's very odd.
And
so early in the race as well.
A mistake from Panman has probably costed him his race. Definitely, there's no coming back from there. As he waters around, he's got no fuel later. As he comes through the S's, feel sorry for it. I believe he'll probably get lapped coming through Commonwealth Straight.
Most definitely.
That is unlucky, mate. Yeah, GTR Freak makes a mistake just before the S's. Coming up through Skyline, smacks that inner barrier and upset him. He hasn't lost a little bit of time to Footner, but Footner's also coming on strong. But did GTR Freak did pull up 2 seconds over the last 2 laps over 5 minutes. As it comes through, the leaders will be lapping that stranded Pan Man in his Aston. That is unlucky. That's all it takes, guys. You lose a bit of strategy, you lose your lap time, and bang, you lose fuel. Looking at his lap times, lap 15 was a bit of a concern with the 2-minute 13. Probably a mistake that probably threw him off and screwed up his strategy. As you see, 5 minutes is diving into the pits, giving Man and Goat some clean air, and hopefully to chase down that GTR Freak, who, as Bugani said, he's one of the top drivers, and he's one of the top drivers in the FIA as well.
So Fabio is going to come out. He's going to come out 15.5 seconds behind the leader, GTR Freak. That's almost as long as a pit stop. So he needs to really put his head down and get those 1 or 2 seconds back, and then hopefully make a pass when GTR Freak needs to come to the pits. I think it can be done. I think GTR Freak has pitted a while ago. Fine moves on fresh tyres now, so he can make up those few seconds in the next couple of laps. Because it's going to be quite hard to, considering the Division 1 guys. These guys are top of the tier, top of the food chain within the Wheel-to-Wheel League.
Well, GTR Freak is doing that consistent lap. He's averaging a low 2-minute .01 lap time at the moment, with setting 2 of the fastest laps here with a 2-minute flat .3. So as he learns more about this car around this track, he's definitely going to be a contender.
I'm just thinking of Pen Mac's situation right now. Obviously, he's run out of fuel with what happened on the last lap. Do you actually think it was possible for him to have actually completely missed the pit entry?
Well, I know the problem with this pit entry, you absolutely bang it up. So if you miss it, you go into the grass, you get spat back out. So that's something that if you make a mistake coming into pit entry, you can be spat back out, and you have to just go around a lap. I can guarantee that's probably what happens to Pano. Stuffed off his pit entry. As the car resets, it actually resets just on the other side of Murray's corner, and then you've got to do another full lap.
So I know from memory, the game doesn't actually allow you to put in less than a lap of fuel.
Yes, that's correct. But again, it's all about that pit entry. If you stuff up that pit entry, that's it. With going on purple sectors in that last lap, unfortunately losing out on that last second by running at 2-minute .4 seconds. Again, Goat is probably the one to watch at the moment.
So we've got Footner, DNA and Scooter who have all come to the pits to do a tyre change and fuel.
Here we go.
Coming out in 5th.
Just in front of Interscale on speed. This is going to be a good race. Footner just putting brand new tyres that are a bit greasy, going very defensive. Absolutely revving out 5th gear as they come in. It's going to be a braking contest. Footner pulls it up. Interscale a bit wide. Probably going to give it to. He's probably going to give that position to Speedy Tyre as he does the undercut. A little bit. You can't go out wide. You can't go too wide out there, especially trying to hold speed. And with Footner going very defensive, that's unlucky for Interscale. It was the contingent battle. In that little battle, I allowed Deco and the evil ones to come up to this space. So it's going to be a 5-way battle for 5th place very shortly.
So that's interesting to see. GTR was letting off the throttle coming into the chase, sort of letting the car coaster a little bit. I think it was just very low on fuel. Wanted to make sure he gets the car to the line.
He's on zero. He's on vapors at the moment. Coming into the right there. So he absolutely on zero. There you go. He was on vapors. I think he was saving fuel. And it does another tyre change. Don't know how much fuel he's going to pull in. I wonder if he's going to pull in a full tank or is he going to ease off it and just keep on going. Or just put enough for his strategy. As he pulls out, yep, I think he didn't go for the full tank. I think he's just going with his tyre trades. I think his limiting factor on GTR Freak is his tyres. So he's put enough fuel to get him another stint on these tyres. Just pull that behind 5 moves. 5 moves doing the undercut. And just running with his last lap, his outlap doing 2 flat 0.9. So that's what a good outlap does, guys. And you get the undercut with those brand new tyres. You can just punch it out with GTR Freak running out of fuel, coming down into just after the chase. It's just unfortunate. With
Do you reckon we get in touch with Cody? I think he's ready for a quick discussion.
Let's give it.
He did flash his hazards.
Did he flash his hazards? Great flashing his hazards. Great flash your hazards if you want to come straight at this part of race. It's a bit difficult, especially coming to Parazzo. He's a bit of a freak.
He's flashing his hazards.
He's flashing his hazards.
I think he's ready for a chat.
I think
for mid-race.
This is the very first time, guys. We're actually getting mid-race commentary. Great, welcome to the feed. Oh, Cody.
Hi,
Hey man, how you going? How is it having that clean air out front right now?
Oh yeah, going pretty good. I'm just trying to settle into this race a bit, save some fuel and try and keep that 12-second buffer to 5 moves.
Oh, so 5 moves is the one person you want to beat, not the GTR Freak himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he is on track, how far behind he is 5 moves.
He's 2 seconds behind 5 moves at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So around 14 seconds.
This will be pretty close then.
Oh yeah, I think you're gonna pop out just behind the Freak, I reckon.
Right.
Let's stick with you, so let's see where you come out.
Well, actually,
behind
no. This is going to be a great race. You've got the Freak right behind you. We'll just be a bit quiet. You can just talk to us as you want, Joe.
Yeah.
As you go
So I'm gonna go defensive here to force him around the outside, and Nissan GTR is just OP in the straight lines.
we all know your pain, Goat. That GTR is just a freak on the straights.
Yeah.
As you want to talk us through our lap with the Goat? Or you're a bit, you got your head. Can you talk Goat, or you want us to?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get as close as I can across the top of the mountain to GTR Freak on Conrad Straight. So then maybe I can jump on him and outbrake him into the chase is what I'm sort of thinking.
That is definitely your strength around into that chase over that GTR. Just looking at a couple laps.
So I need to be in that half a second gap coming on to Forest Over.
Great. How the hell do you down the S and into the dipper, have it sideways, still pull it up and absolutely nail each apex?
Oh yeah, I like this track.
It's the goat. It's the goat. What do you expect?
That's what I'm going to say. I like his track, Zini. Just how it is.
So I'm not going to get in here, but I might try Mountain Straight.
So he's going to just try and he made a little mistake.
Yeah.
Probably going to make a little bit of time down Murray's corner.
Your best friend's gone to the pits. I think he's gone deep. Oh no, he just saved it.
You don't have to worry about 5 moves, mate. I will just stay on go for a minute. I think we might see him move up into Griffith's Bend. That GDR, how do you feel with that GDR just having a little bit more power than you and he's pulling away?
Yeah, it's a touch annoying. Like you got to be right on him at that corner before the straight.
Obviously, you've got to make up all that pace in the corners because the GTRs are not known for being the most easy to handle cars through the corners.
Yeah, it does struggle a little bit across the top.
Right there. There you go. Now Goat can see red. Goat can see blood. He's absolutely motoring right now. Come on, go. That's unlikely to make a little bit of a mistake. We're probably putting you off a little bit, aren't we?
No, you're right. Oh, GDR Flake's gone wide there.
Yeah, you gained a tenth. You gained 1.1 of a second on him.
0.04 off your best goat. You young little freak, you little magician with your little legs. How the hell you move your little legs so fine, mate?
Oh, I don't know. I just I seem to hook up with this track pretty well.
What is your favourite part of Bathurst?
The yeses.
Yeses?
Yeah.
As you're coming up to your 0.1 of your best, you get a bit of help from the draft right there.
Yeah, that missile in the front, got a bit of a help from that.
Now,
Go, you actually race in real life, don't you? You race in your Hyundai XL around Lakeside.
I do actually. That's a track in Queensland, and they're just gymkhanas and that sort of thing.
And what's that like compared to GT Sport racing in real life in terms of feel for the car?
Well, yeah, it's pretty good. The Hyundai XL, there's a lot more sense for speed, and you obviously don't get the G-forces in real life as you do in the game. But yeah, it's a bit different in that sense.
And are you again one of the youngest ones in that Hyundai XL league, or are you around some people your age?
Well, I am probably the youngest there. I get fastest junior a bit. There's me and one other kid that race there, and it's either him or me.
Okay.
Pretty
Also, we have to give a shout out to Goat's lovely friend CCH. I believe you kicked him out of the DIV1 boys because the DIV1 boys like him better than CCH.
I don't. Yeah, sorry, Corbin.
Sorry, Corbin. That's a Matagoat. That is Matagoat's answer for like, oh yeah, I just kicked out another player from DIV1 punching him back from Div 2.
Yeah, didn't mean to. Sorry, mate. No hard feelings.
Is that all? Do you think you're going to be kicked off his Christmas card list this year?
Yeah, he said I won't be receiving a Christmas card from him. So,
well, after you kicked him out from DIV1, or GTR, he did the opportunity.
Yeah, no.
Dead honest answer from the goat right there. Just nah. Guess the Queenslander in him, just short, straight to the point answers. I got to admit, Goat, your lap time's your pace are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Thanks.
Running 2 seconds with your fast lap, just a smidge off freak by 0.023. So,
yeah. Hopefully I'm saving a little bit more fuel than him.
I can't tell you. I can't give you a yes or no there, Goat.
That's right. Exactly.
Just, all I can say, you're doing quite well.
Yeah, you're right up on his bumper. We'll let you go back to the race. Obviously, you need to get in front of him. It'd be absolutely amazing to see you put one on who people think is the champ of wheel to wheel. GTI is freaking one of the quicker drivers in the league. It'd be great to see you put one on the champ.
And any shout out to anyone else, Goat, before we say goodbye to you, potentially until the end of the race?
I'd just like to say I put it down the inside of 5 minutes.
That love-hate relationship between Goat and is he bad moves today or fine moves today?
It was good today. I put on 5 minutes.
Alright, no worries. Well, there you go, guys. The youngest players for wheel to wheel. Goat, say goodbye to the Twitch viewers, and we'll get you back later.
See ya.
See you, mate. All the best.
As we go, there we go, going. The very first time we actually got a player in real time during the live stream and actually give me an interview. Goat, hat off to you, mate. I hope you do get the W for this round. You do deserve it, and put up one and put 5 moves to bed as well. Jeez, you little man. Just keep it up. Keep up the good work. As we go around, we've got Pure Axel coming into the pits right now, giving 5 moves 3rd place. Who are 17 seconds in front of Putna. Then we got into Deco, and a close battle between Deco, Scooter, DNA, and Speedy Tires, who are 46 seconds off the pace. A bit further back, you went Interskull, who's 53 seconds off the pace. DIV1, who's 55 seconds off the pace. Piper, who's 1 minute off the pace. And Hammond, I think she's out there trying to set the fastest lap at the moment with his mistake in the spit out from many laps ago. Just sucking up the pit entry, spitting him out and making him run out of fuel. So unfortunately a lap down. But hopefully, Pam, we can see you set the track on fire and run some low fuel laps and show these boys what it's all about. As he comes into the pits this time, nice and cleanly, enters the pits with, again, no fuel left.
I think he's going to get a lap for a second time now by GTR3. I think it was him coming up behind him, coming into Murray's corner. I think Pen Max just decided that he's not going to come back from anything. He's just going to have to settle for a 13th position and might as well show the viewers that what the Division 1 guys can do in terms of fast lap times.
That was a good battle up into the 3rd corner there. Fun moves, making a mistake, letting bunching up DNA and Speedy Tires. DNA making mistakes, Speedy Tires snatching 7th place with Footnut dancing down the S's on good tyres as well. I'm actually quite surprised to see him a bit loose around the S's like that.
Top 3 drivers all coming to the pits.
Who have coming to the pits?
We've got GTR3, we've got 5 moves, and we've got Mountain Goat all coming to the pits.
I was saying that, as I was saying, that slipstream does help. With Mountain Goat underfueling, GTR Freak putting 20 or more litres than Joker. So interesting strategies playing out of 1, 2, 3 guys as we continue on. 5 moves and Speedy for 6th place. Speedy's very racy. The F21 versus Supra, little brother and big brother, as some people say. And with Putnam making a bit of mistakes, coming in parallel too much. Humans 5 moves coming defensive with Speed Tire against Speed Tires. As we come in, bringing a bit defensive down the Hell's Quarter, a bit loose. That FT1's an absolute handful from Putnam. I don't know if it's the pressure, I don't know, because we're about an hour into the race, but making a little mistake as he comes out. Speed breaks the and coming to breaking into Murray's corner. Breaks the draft, that's what I was looking for. Taking the outside line, Footnote giving him room as they're coming in through the blind. Just before there's a bit of a touch on.
Cutting into the cutting. Footnote's going to come right out a little bit wide.
Oh, that is some good racing, boys. As the G-Man says, that's another one to look out for. G-Man also race day. Shout out to the G-Man or G-Force or Wayne and Greeny on the YouTube. I know that you have a YouTube channel as well. So you can give people the update on the DIV1, DIV3, DIV4 race. I guess tomorrow or the day after when you're going to put up that video there, Bugani.
What, one of my videos?
Yeah, your video from Bathurst today.
I've live streamed that race.
Oh, live stream. So congratulations again. So congratulations on Bugani. He actually took out 2nd place behind Hippo. In that Lexus. So just showing the skill difference. I came in 6th. I know Bugani's been in the league for a little bit longer than me and is a lot more skillful than me. I actually do learn. Bugani has helped me around learn a few things here and there. So good. Congratulations on that 2nd place, Bugani.
Cheers, mate. We're going to look at one of the next drivers now here. We're going to look at Eagle 1, level 7. He's got Scooter 82 behind him in the Porsche. Right on him actually. Let's go actually switch to Scooter's point of view. See what he's looking at.
I'm just looking at some of the some of the comments there. Rexy, good to see you on the good to see you on the chat there on Twitch here. I don't know, what do you mean? What happened to Zuzu tonight? Did he make a mistake? Do you know how Zuzu does make mistakes here and there? So guys, if you're on Twitch, please leave comments, like anything.
Ask us questions.
Ask us questions, give us crap. We're here, we can take it, we all got really thick skin. And Rexy says, congratulations there, Vigani, for winning the Lexus. Is Rexy also a Lexus guy? Does he drive a Lexus as well? Is he
Yeah, he is one of the Lexus boys as well. A couple of the Lexus boys actually had some pretty good results. We got me finishing second, and I think CCH and Rex. So Rex took third, and CCH took another second place. So for now, some pretty good points for Team Lexus.
So who took out first place in that division?
I'm not too sure. I never asked. I think Rex might be able to tell us that he was in that division.
Rex,
we've got GTR Freak. He's 0.6 behind Mountain Goat.
With yes, we have to understand Mountain Goat did take on a little bit less skill than GTR Freak, so it's interesting. We'll just watch out. We'll see how that strategy goes. We've got trying to weave and trying to break that toe. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work there, Cody. With GTR Freak just being the man that he is, and with that GTR, I don't think you'll be able to break that toe by swerving left and right, mate.
Because we got confirmation from the Division 1 guys that Ben 666 was the winner. What car does Ben drive? I think he's a is he a Porsche driver?
If he's a Porsche driver, then I'll be like, god damn, like that I've got to watch some of these.
I think he's a Porsche driver.
I think we'll just wait for either Rexy or Zuzu to give us
I've got a stuff up from Goaty. He's stuffed it up coming through those set of corners there.
He is.
He's held up. He's also a GTR. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ben's in the GTR.
Yeah,
but it just goes to show that the GTR is like a very dominant car around this track.
Yeah, same looks like the same with the Lexus as well. Surprisingly, the 2.3 there.
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, maybe looking at Evil One's current position, possibly unlucky on his behalf, or either the three of us got very lucky.
Yeah. So we've got Goat weaving left and right, trying to break that toe. He's got more power than you, mate. He's lucky, that's not gonna work. CBR has a thing at 611 horsepower compared to your measly Supra at only 570. You're down 41 horsepower, Goat. You can't. There's no way that your weaving gonna break that toe. But you can try, Goat. You can try. There's a round of applause. He's got to be down. He's got to be down about 0.8 from his best, just from that mistake that he had on top of the mountain. Again, that, as you said, that GDR is an absolute animal. Being the most powerful one, using the balance of power, it is the most powerful one for our league. But also, being the most powerful one, it is not the heaviest. Surprise! And this is why you should not drive the Porsche, because the Porsche is towards it heavy and being the most licensed sport, which I gotta have a laugh about. I just can't believe it. Looking at the balancing, the heaviest car that we have in the league is the Lexus. So congratulations, taking a second place, and Rexy as well with the Lexus. You guys are absolutely freaks, being the most heaviest and most laziest cars out there, and with the power in the mid-range. So yeah, hats off to you guys.
Yeah, the Lexus is, it's got a good amount of grip. I think it's just how heavy that thing is. It just keeps that thing planted in the ground. We do know that the developer of the Nissan GTR, he said the reason why he keeps that thing so heavy is because he wants to keep it as grippy as possible. So I think the same recipe is possibly moved on into the Lexus, the GR3. Top speed wise, it's up there, but obviously not enough to get up there with the GTR. I think at the very top of the top speeds, it's only just keeping up with the GTR. The Supra as well, it's a bit lighter, a bit more of a handful in the corners. Mountain Goat just slightly missing the apex there, coming into the chase. There's a very good battle here between GTR and Goat, as Goat's still trying to duke out GTR Freak. I think GTR Freak's now immune to that move.
And I've got to admit, I am rooting for the Goat because I just realised we had Hippo, as we said at the beginning of the stream. Hippo actually taking first place in the GTR. We've got Ben in the GTR, took out first place in Div 2 race 1. We've got another Div 2 race currently happening right now. We can't stream it because unfortunately with our technology that we have at the moment, we can't stream 2 races at once. But I got to admit the favourite in that Div 2 race 2 is probably Squidly, who's in the Aston. He can lap as fast as these Div 1 guys. And then I've got to admit, if GTR takes out 1, 2, 3, well, it just shows you that king of the mountain. Going back into 1994 where the R34, the real Godzilla, came around, absolutely obliterated the field during touring car championships back in the day when forward drive and random different cars were allowed in Factor 4. We went to the V8 supercars, and now what is now known as supercars.
Yeah, it's good to see how much of a pedigree the GTR has in terms of its racing history. The GTR is the sole reason why all the current Australian V8 supercars are now all V8s. You do have the Nissan Altima, obviously it's not a GTR, but that doesn't have its 6-cylinder engine. It's now got the racing V8 as with all the other cars. But it's good to see that back then, when the rules were a little bit more lenient, that the GTR was an absolute animal back then. The only car that could compete up with it was the Ford Cosworth.
It looks like we K-Boy in Div 2 race that happened earlier this afternoon. Actually, Mr. Smith and Spun, Rexy and K-Boy just having go out there and Rexy, is that right? Lexus IS, the mom's taxi. So what you're telling me that you and Begani drive taxis? Where's the Uber sticker? I want to see an Uber sticker next time.
I don't put an Uber sticker. I put my channel name as my sticker. I gotta let him know. Yeah, the Lexus is a big car. It is hard to drive. But it's a very rewarding car. It's a very risk and reward type of car.
As we see, we've got Mountain Goat that just is coming out of the pits now. I think he's becoming a 2-horse race here between GTR Freak and Mountain Goat. They've got Goat has a 14 second gap to Pure Axle, and GTR Freak is 14 seconds ahead of him. So I think this is going to be a bit of a 2-horse race coming towards the end of the race. These guys are on blistering pace, keeping the car pretty much in the 2-minute flat mark, which is 1 second faster than the rest of the pack. As we go through, we've got Pure Axle and Farm Moves, another great battles for 3rd and 4th. Both of them averaging in that a 2-minute 1 section, but not enough to keep with those 2 fastest boys. As we slowly thin out, we've got Speedy by himself, 13 seconds behind Fine Moves and Pure Axle. And then we've got Deco as well in a bit of clean out at 7 seconds behind that. You got Footner, just chilling around, guy from Tennant Creek. Shout out to our Darwin viewers if we have any up there. This guy from Tennant Creek, he freaking wrestles with crocodiles and complains that his rig gets full of dust from now and again. So Footner, big shout out to him being an NT guy. Yeah, not today, not tomorrow, not next Tuesday. You'll get that if you're an NT guy. Lived there for a few years, and being from Tennant Creek, that is in the middle of nowhere. Just putting out there that closest Woolies, I believe, was 532 kilometers from where Footner lives. So that just shows you how remote and how widespread we are. We've got some guys from New Zealand, We've got some guys from WA, and we've got this guy in the middle of the desert racing in wheel-to-wheel action.
If we were to look at the season 5, the manufacturers that have been chosen, we've got a couple of new ones. We've got McLaren, we've got Jaguar. Now I can't remember Jaguar and McLaren being in a wheel-to-wheel. If I remember, we've also got Ford, which is interesting. I also remember Ford being in there as well.
Right, that's it. And Speedy Tires just pulling into the pits there, giving Foot in our 6th place right there. Yeah, I don't think we've seen Ford. Actually, it looks like the Ford has been into wheel to wheel. Let's have a look. That's in, sorry, it's been FIA. No, I don't think Ford's been in things. We've had, of course, we had Porsches, we had Lexuses, we had Mercedes earlier. I think we did. Season 3 we had the Yeetle, so B-Dub.
Yeah, I remember the Beetle.
We had Chevy, we had BMW as well.
BMW's interesting. I think they'll be picking the M6, not the Z4 BMW. But there's actually 3 manufacturers for the BMW you can actually pick from. We've got the M3 GTR, the M6, and the Z4.
I believe for the season 5, we're going for manufacturers only. So you can pick whatever car you want. If it's so we're going to be racing both grade 3 and grade 4 type cars with balance of power on. So really, it's really up to the individual persons in the teams to pick what they want. And also we're going to be running very similar liveries within team lines. And then of course, as you can see, we've got some of the privateers who run usually that run full white.
So by looking at those manufacturers, Edie, which one, if you were to get offered by all the manufacturers, which one would you be picking?
Well, actually, I got a big shout out to Spurs at the moment. So during the race, and Hustle and Zip, we got the boys down at our cousins down on the eastern side. We should annex them to pretty much Australians anyway. But Hustle and Zip was actually talking about this during the race. Everyone was telling me, because I'm a bit of a newbie to jump on and do a McLaren, I do love McLaren just because of the heritage. With the McLaren F1, the road car being one of my favorite cars out there, and also the great Ayrton Senna also raced McLaren. But also I got to put in the same boat that Lewis Hamilton, who I don't particularly like, also raced McLaren as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably want something that's a little bit easier to drive. These MR mid-engine cars have been a handful, especially being a newbie. I want something that's a little bit more easier, so I can be a bit more competitive. So yeah, because I think you'll be going up to Div 3 next year.
Unfortunately, yes, I'm going to be moving up into Div 2.
And
I'll probably get my ass handed to me in Div 2.
And unfortunately, we'll be staying in Div 3, Div 4 next year. But I'm just, again, newbie. I'm new to GT Sport, and it's all the experience with the high quality players that we have that join, and that and especially being the Porsche, being a difficult car to learn. It's been fun, but it is what it is.
I think if I were to pick a car, I definitely would not be picking the Audi, that's for sure. That is a clear no in my books. McLaren, again, probably another no. I'm not a big fan of their MR cars. I've got better things to do than spend my entire lifetime trying to figure out how those cars handle.
Yeah, it's a very unique car. It's all about mid-quarter speeds. I wish that we had Smurf on board so he can tell me what how to drive those. He can actually give us an idea of how to drive those mid-engine cars. He's a bit of a freak, and unfortunately we don't have Scooter on interview mode, so we can't really get him to tell us how the hell he handles the Porsche around here.
I think if I were to pick, so I've already picked Lexus twice, including this season. So I don't want to pick it again. As much as I love that car, I am a massive Lexus fan. I don't want to go three seasons in a row picking Lexus. I think I might actually try the Jaguar.
I think the Jaguar way to go. And Rexy, to you. Yes, that Uber sticker. I can guarantee it didn't fall off. I'm pretty sure you're too lazy actually. Put it on, mate. I know that you're one of the older guys in the wheel-to-wheel league, but you can't blame it on your crappy livery skills and the kids that it wasn't on your race this afternoon, mate.
No, the Lexus boys did a pretty good job today. Some solid points on the table. I think the GTI is just going to be the car for everyone that's going to be getting the most points. Unless Mountain Goat can be that outlier, we've still got 9 laps to go. He's still got a solid lead, 0.5 of a second.
It's gonna be a close one. I said he's coming in as 2-horse race with Mountain Goat and GDR Freak, but GDR Freak is just on that. I think both of them have to do one more pit stop just to get into the end.
Yeah, 100%. The tanks won't allow it for more than 9 laps of fuel, and they've been out for more than a few laps.
I know, but with the Freak short shifting and saving fuel, he could stretch it, or it could be a little splash and dash towards the end right there. With Pure Axle just pulling to the pits, giving in 3rd place now into 4th and finally 3rd place. They're having a little battle there for 3rd and 4th. I wonder if Pure Axle will pop out with enough fuel to get into the end. It looks like it. With 8 laps to go, you can get home. It's all about that rubber. With Pure Axle, I think Pure Axle's done his final pit stop, and it's just going to be focused to getting it to the end. As we flick through, I believe, as we start from the top, I believe that Mountain Goat will have to go in and do one more pit stop for that final run home. GR Freak, again, he's one of the top drivers at the moment. He's absolutely fuel saving. He might, if Goat just doing a bit of a mistake down at Forest Elbow there. Coming down at Conroy.
Goat and Freak side by side coming down Conroy.
Yeah, the deck came up from Goat's move, unfortunately. Coming up, pulling right beside the Freak, just hustling along there. Using his trip chain, probably just saving that little bit of fuel before he pulls into the pits to slap, I reckon, with Goat. As it comes through, I think Goat's going to do his final pit stop from the sprint to the end. There he goes, pulls off, using as much slipstream as possible to pull into the pit. Goat filling up to run to the end, I reckon. So as we go through, GR Freak potentially can get to the end. I don't know, we'll have to wait and find out. The Goat probably filling up to the end. Fire moves, well, touch and go with fire moves, but I think he might do one more pit stop. I believe Fuel Axle's got enough fuel to get to the end there. With Footnote in 5th, most likely needed, it definitely will be actually pulling into the pits one more time before that final rush to the end.
DNF wanted a bit wide coming into the dipper. Bumped the wall.
Deco, he went into the pits. I think Deco's done his final pit stop for the race, and it's just going to clean air right to the end. 11 seconds behind Footnote. As we got Speedy tyres, I think Speedy needs a quick splash and dash right before the end. He's just outside of Deco's room and he won't be able to get that fuel saving slipstream coming up in Mountain. As we go to Speedy will definitely come into be seeing Speedy into the pits and potentially E1 depending on how much fuel saving we got. Interskull coming in 10th place at the moment, 1 minute 24 seconds behind the leaders. Probably done his last pit stop, got a halfway tank of gas left with 8 laps to go. I believe he may have enough. We'll have to see and find out. DNA is fuel to the finish, and with Piper as well, potentially doing splash and dash towards the end, because that F1's a little bit more thirsty. And Panman finishing off, unfortunately that mistake right at the pit entry, getting him one lap down. I think he's just going to probably bang out a few more laps. I just want I want Panman to finish on the high note, probably get the fast lap, but just sticks on some two good tires and just goes for it. I reckon he'd be on to potentially get the fastest lap.
Alright, let's hop on with the goat here and let's see if we can do a fast lap and see what he's got here.
Well, as you get Goats just pulled in the pits, I believe for the final time, as we went right onto the Goats. Switch to the Goats.
So, coming into Hill Corner, going to brake just between the 50 and 100 meter board, probably down to the second gear. Coming into the mountain straight, hitting the rev limiter to the T. Probably touching the top of 6th gear with this car. Coming through here, probably setting a very late 18 for the first sector. Braking just before the 100, before the 50 board there. Probably down to the 3rd gear. Coming to the cutting, you want to get a wide entry, then cut back in. Down to the 2nd here. Keeping a nice line on the inside, and then early on the power coming out. Through Quarry Corner now, you want to come out wide, and cut back in. Try and keep that power on as much as possible. If the reed park a bit touches the wall there, probably won't hinder his time too much. Coming through Frog Hollow now, and McPhillany Park. Into the skyline, probably the most renowned part of the Bathurst track. Through the dipper now, right up on the edge on the wall, and approaching Forest Elbow now, getting right up against that wall, hitting the apex perfectly, getting a really nice exit speed, coming down Conrod Straight, possibly seeing near 270 kilometers with these cars, hitting nearly the top end of these cars, the top speeds that need to be reached. Finishing off that sector now, probably within a 1 minute 33. Braking between the 150 and the 100 meter board. Down to 2nd gear. Coming out of the chase. Under the Armor Bridge. Braking between the 100 and the 50 meter board. Coming out of Murray's Corner. Under the Super Cheap Bridge. And see what time does he set?
He set an absolute blister, a 2:06. That's absolutely, I'm coming towards it, an absolute monster of that. But as we can see between the Speed Freak and Mountain, GTR Freak and Mountain Goat. GTR Freak gets Goat on sectors 1, which is run up to from Hell's Corner up Mountain Straight, and sector 4, which is pretty much midway through Conrod Straight, right down to start finish. That's where GTR is strongest, and that's where Goat is losing time. Sector 2s and 3, Goat's making time across, coming up towards up on top of the mountain and coming down where the Supra is very strong on the brake and in the handling. So just showing you with these balance powers, each car has strengths and weaknesses. Because as we were saying, that GER is just an absolute bullet on the straight lines with the Supra. Really nice and good on brakes. So yeah, it will be something to watch. Where if GER Freak keeps consistent and doesn't lose too much time around sector 2.
Oh, he was going to spin it. Oh, he's just caught it. Very nice save from DIV1. Coming out of Hill's Corner. Just have a quick replay of that. So we see what's happened. So he's run a bit wide. And just on the curb, probably a little bit too early on the power. Bit of a tank stop, but he managed to catch it. But that's costing him a position. Scooters come past and now taking 8th off him.
I think Goat's got. So looks like GR Freak has pitted the lap beforehand. But final run down to. So it looks like Goat and GDR Freak are all good for the run home right now. With I believe GDR Freak just having a little bit more power, just a little bit more fuel. But if Goat gets into that slipstream, he'll definitely feel safe.
Let's quickly look at the steering inputs from the Goat here. to see how talented not only the GOAT is, but also the Division 1 drivers around this track. This track does demand a lot from the drivers. It's a very challenging circuit. Very hard to not only get a sector drive, but link up the whole track completely and get a really good lap time.
Also, it's good to know from the top three, so GTR Freak, Fire Moves, and Mountain Goat, all going into sector 1 in just under that 19-second mark, with the rest of Div1 into that 19-second mark, just before the corner before Griffiths Bend. So it's all about that run up, with Speed Freak doing a purple sector 2 at 41.64. That is the fastest that we've seen all race. Mountain Goat losing a bit of time. Goat lost a few tenths in sector 2, and they actually lost a few tenths at every sector of this track. I think GTR Freak's absolutely putting the hammer down. He actually wants to nail first place and nail the win.
I think Mountain Goat has accepted that he's not going to be able to pass GTR Freak, and he's just going to try and go for a fast lap here. He does have enough time to still be in front of Fire Moves coming out of the pits here. Yeah, just some tyres. He's just going to go for fast laps now.
4 seconds. 4 seconds. It's potential. It's potentially. Again, we know that any mistake around this area does cost them by 8 seconds. That's a long way away. I hate to admit, but GTR's Div1, Div2, Div3 winners. I know we shouldn't count our chickens before they hatch, but I don't know, 9 seconds and just extending. I think, yep, GTR's 1, 2, 3. I'm calling it early.
It's possible, yeah, we can see a GTR 1, 2, 3 across all the divisions. But again, Bathurst is known for even taking the most experienced drivers off guard. We've seen a lot of drivers in real life and in the virtual world of racing on this track pretty much lose it all on like near the end of the race on this track. But again, yeah, 9 seconds is a healthy gap. A little slip up and he can still maintain the lead. Possibly a spin out would probably cost him more than 9 seconds, especially down Conrod.
And also, it looks like Goat actually had a massive mistake in the last time, doing an uncanny 2 minute and 8 second lap, which is uncanny for these Div1 guys. So I will guarantee you, Goat either went into the pits or just didn't. No, he went into the pits, got some fresh tyres. That's why he did. That's why he dropped completely off the pace there. So Goat's got fresh tyres, and he's going to have that red mist descend, and hopefully see some lightning fast laps from the Goat.
I think it's your turn now to talk up a hot lap. Let's go. So we're coming out of Hill's Corner now. We've got let's go to cockpit view. So it's good to see on the display screen there in the Supra. You can see what lap number and also the gear in. So third gear coming out of Griffin's Bend, coming to the cutting, down into second, turning it in nice and early, absolutely ringing out the Supras. Up into fourth, coming through Quarry Corner into Reed Park, through Fog Hollow, and then Solomon Park, and then McPhillany, down to Skyline, tippy-toeing the car through the mountain, over the cutting, up into third, down into second as coming out of Forest Elbow. Very easy to make the car over rotate coming out of Forest Elbow and the cutting. just with the way that the track is laid.
And
I'm coming down from right here.
With him setting blue sectors as well, just had the button in there. Him setting blue sectors ends up on his fastest time as well.
So you just break it just before the 100-meter board. Down into second. Early on, into third gear to keep the power on and limit the possibility of spinning up the tyres. Under the Emerald Bridge, coming into the final corner, Murray's corner here. Up into second gear, up into third. Into fourth, coming across the line. And what time did we get, Zeddy?
2 minutes, 0.190, which is nearly 0.1 bit off the fast lap, which is done by GTR. With 2 laps to go, I think unless a catastrophic failure from GTR Freak, I think he's got it in the bag.
So looking at some of the other drivers here, where they're currently placed, are there any drivers here that you think are placed higher than you expected or placed lower?
To be honest, to talk to the guys, I kind of knew that GTR Freak and Mountain Goat and Pure Axel would be up there. I think strategy came into play. You guys just... I think the different strategies with, especially fine moves, doing some short and long, mixing up between the short and longer stints, probably costed him third place. But again, we've got those guys who can run consistent. GDR Freak can run consistent. Man Goat, who's a renowned for just smooth driving, and Pure Axel, which is the talk of DIV1, who just knows how to motor that FT1 around any course. They're up there for these longer races. I'm actually surprised that Scooter is still in the lead lap with that Porsche. It shows you, I know how much of a handful that is, and for him to still be on the speed lap, I'm actually quite surprised. I'll put it out there. I thought it would be towards the back of it, where DIV1 and DNA was.
Yeah, the Porsche in general isn't an easy car to handle, and especially around Bathurst. It's a very hard car. But it's good to see him sort of somewhere near the middle of the pack. Even yourself, you finished somewhere near the middle. I think you finished sixth. Yeah. So
I did finish this. I think we should just jump on the final lap. In the final lap of this 267-kilometer race, lap 43 of 43. As we jump on board GTR Freak, coming up, done a purple section for sector 1. As he coming up through the cutting, nice and early on the accelerator. Got blue flag waiting for Panman, but Panman's about a second up the road. As he goes through the Quarry Park into Reed Park, as we just off throttle a little bit, doing correction on power on throttle. As he goes through Frog Hollow into Silverman's Park, go through Silverman Park into McPhilly and into Skyline. Coming through down to the S, braking late, trail braking all the way through until not traveling too much speed, coming into the dipper. As he straighten up, coming down to Forest Highway, late braking, getting it nice, like trail braking all the way in, trying to get that nice exit to Conrod Straight. He'd probably get a tow from Panman here, so you might see some electrifying lap. Maybe, I'm hoping to break that 2-minute mark. Maybe B3 can do it on his last lap with a little bit of help. He's down 0.3 of a second from his best, and probably won't see it on this last lap. As he comes through to the chase, Panman probably won't give up the blue flag, even though the blue flags are waiting left and right. Speed Freak comes through the chase nice and cleanly, pulls it up using Panman as a braking early at the 100-meter board, throwing it through Murray's corner and takes the... What? No, Panman... Is his Panman going to yield? No.
That's the victory for GTR Freak. He's on an absolutely amazing drive. From the get-go, he was right up there within a shout to get the win. I think Ghost has done a GOAT special coming across the line. We'll rewind it just for him. There you go, he's on the GOAT special coming across the line.
We've got Pure Axel coming across the line as well. Big shaking, great third place. Again, Thinking about doing a great special? Nah, it doesn't. Just does a wiggly across the line. Thought about it, didn't do it. But we've got pure axle now, 5 moves. Congratulations, guys. It's really good racing. 5 moves coming across the line as we got Deco a bit further up, coming up through the chase right now. Finishing off the lap on really worn tyres. Geez, I didn't realise they often take so much life out of the front tyres. As they're coming through Murray's corner for the final time in 5th place. Well done, Deco. Well done to DIV1 guys. We're Deco coming through the 5th place. Speedy not far behind, 4 seconds down the road, coming in 6th. Footnard just feeling coming around the final corner. Murray's corner feeling finishing about 9 seconds behind Speedy, and with Scooter coming back.
Scooter almost getting fast. Did Footnard run out of fuel coming across the line?
Yes, Footnard ran out of fuel coming across the line.
Oh, he would have been worried about Scooter coming up from behind. We've got Enter now, crossing over the line.
Crossing the line, thanks for hosting DIV1 guys. That's Interskull, who's a DIV1 host. The evil one in the Lexus, the only Lexus in DIV1, coming in 10th place with DNA and DNA doing the GOAT special, and Piper in 12th place as we wait for Pamman running the last corner. Unfortunately, that mistake costing 1 lap behind. That's it. That's all 13 runners with Cape Brand, Clough, sorry.
Let's see if we can get an interview with the GOAT after this race.
That's right. Well, congratulations. There we go. GTR showing its prowess and the true king of the mountain, the true Godzilla. So we had GTR Freak 10 seconds in front of the GOAT, and 30 seconds in front of Pure Rackman came in third. 5 moves, great. I'm seeing him up there. GOAT's going to be absolutely ecstatic. As we've got to flick over to the GOAT right now. He must be happy with 2nd place. As we get onto the GOAT. G'day, GOAT. Congratulations, mate. 2nd place. How do you feel about your 2nd place in DIV1?
Oh yeah, I'm over the moon about that, ZD. I couldn't expect it anymore. That was super.
Do you think, the question is, if you're into the GTR, if you're into real Godzilla, do you think you'll be able to keep up with GTR Freak?
Oh well, I was behind him, and I knew he had more fuel than me, so I came out of the pits and he was 2 seconds in front and went, oh no, I'm not going to get anywhere. So I just I did an extra pit stop and tried to go for the fastest lap, and missed out on the 10th.
Yeah, you gave it an absolute absolute shake up, but if you wouldn't break it, you would have been the only person who ran in the who would have broken the 2-minute mark. So I was rooting for you, GOAT. Both Bugatti and I were rooting for you, but 2nd place is really great. You got any questions for GOAT there, Bugatti?
No, honestly, just couldn't have gotten the victory, but again, top job, mate. You really are showing the Division 1 guys how it's put and how it's done, especially for a kid your age. The stream was absolutely loving your driving. We got your flying lap. I think that was lap 42. We got your flying lap. As you said, it's still like a 2-minute .1. Pretty quick lap for the Division 1 guys. Again, the stream loved watching you. And again, wonderful race. You did pretty well.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it was just so much fun. Yeah.
And also Con008 to say congratulations there, Ryan, for your 2nd place. And so does Zuzu and Squidly. I wonder if Squidly just finished in the Div2 race. Do you think Squidly would have taken that the Div2 2nd race there, GOAT?
Yeah, I think Squidly can do it. He's a very quick driver. I was doing some practice with him, and he's well into the 2 minutes.
Yeah, and K-Boy also sends his congratulations, mate. I think everyone was rooting for you getting that W. Unfortunately, yeah, GR Freak is just, hence the name, just a freak around here.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, Goaty, the GTI is an absolute freak around here. He got the Division 3 guys as well.
Yeah. and the GTR could just save so much more fuel than me when it was behind. He was just like half throttle behind me, and I was like flat out trying to rev it out. But yeah, all in all, it was the most fun I've had this season. Thank you for streaming, guys.
No worries, mate. Thanks for coming in. Congratulations again.
And there we go, got the boys doing a bit of a donut. I have a bit of fun down at Hell's Corner. There we go. Getting out there and spinning around. That's Speedy. We've got the goat out there, of course, having a bit of fun. Spinning out the ring. This is the final race for season 4. With 12 races. Goat, just a quick one. How do you think your season went for season 4?
I thought it was so much fun. How they placed me for Division 2 was really good. If I was in Div1 at the start of the season, I would be nowhere from where I am today. You've got to start from down low and learn the ropes a bit.
So are rumours true? Is CCH going to be kicked out of Div1, and are you going to be taking his place in Div1 next year? Next season, sorry?
You betcha.
There you go, CCH. The GOAT has said his words. You hear on the Twitch for the first time. CCH, watch out. I think GOAT's got your Div1 spot right there, and he does a burnout at a Hell's Corner.
Yeah.
Well, Bugani, it's always a pleasure commentating with you. I'll let you wrap it up with the final results.
Alright, so if I actually remember the results, we have top 3. We had GTR Freak, we had Goat, and then in 3rd place I believe we had Fine Moves. Can't remember exactly. Just obviously a lot was going on towards the end of the race. We had Mountain Goat setting some quick ones and GTR taking the win. Thank you all the viewers for coming and watching the commentary. I hope you enjoyed the watch. Thank you to the admin team, Ben and Fine, and all the other people within the Wheel League who help out and make things happen. You guys have done an outstanding job for the season, and we cannot wait for season 5. Also, thanks to the team owners for each manufacturer. Thank you for allowing the drivers to race within your teams, and also delivery designers. You guys again have done an amazing job for not only for the first 11 rounds, but also I think some of you guys had also made some of the round 12 retro liveries. So thanks to you guys. Thank you, the GOAT, for coming in and dropping by with our first driver interview. You've done an amazing job.
Yeah.
You gotta have a look at GOAT. He's doing an absolute massive ripping burnout on the Hell Corner right there. I think that's how everyone should celebrate the end of a long season, that's for sure. And he's just slowly showing his skills, just slowly pirouetting around Hell's Corner there. So well done, GOAT.
Yeah, thanks guys, it was an honour. Thanks for inviting me into your chat.
No worries, mate, no worries.
No worries, mate. Take it easy, we'll see you in season 5.
Alright, bye.
As I said, guys, that this is the last race. But if you want to join Will to Will, come talk to us. My PSN name is ZD87, and we've got Begani, also the second commentary. Season 5 will start within the next month or so, with people from the league getting team owners. We'll be issuing out all the drivers to see who wants to be on that team, and then from there you'll get whittled out down to each team throughout all the divisions, and it's done on a points and value based status.
For any of the new members here who haven't raced with the World Tour yet, you have around 2 to 3 weeks to get your registrations in for season 5. The beginning of the season is absolutely amazing. We treat you like the real thing in real life. You have a contract and everything. You even have your own driver value and how much you are worth to the owners. So how it works is we have the owners, they have a budget, and if you fit within their budget, you're eligible to be bought. You can obviously race with those manufacturers. The manufacturers for the next season are, let's just quickly look at, we've got Toyota, Aston Martin, BMW, Ford, Mercedes, Nissan, Audi, Lexus, McLaren and Jaguar. With a couple of new tracks as well. We've got some new tracks that you've seen before. We've got the Red Bull Ring in the wet, which has been a while. We did one in season 2 with Will to Will. We didn't do one in this season, so it'd be good to mix it up with a wet track. We've also got Spa in the dry.
Hey Pagani, you gotta chuck it on. You have to chuck it on the goat. They're absolutely having an amazing time right now. And you're missing out all the action there, Pagani. What are you got all fun moves for?
I've got to keep the stream quiet so we can hear us.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, we're gonna end the stream there, guys. Again, if you enjoyed watching the stream, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page, our Will to Will League Racing. Again, thanks to Adam. Adam, also known as Fine Moves, and Ben 666 for getting the league operating where it is today. You guys have done an outstanding job with where we are now. And yeah, with that being said, guys, I am done. And ZD, you shall sign yourself off.
Well, this is ZD. I hope to see you guys around. I hope to see you in season 5. And Pagani, finish it off, man.
Alright, guys, that's all. We'll catch you in the next season.